Ethan Park knew the exact second his life went wrong. It was 10:17 a.m. on a Tuesday. The classroom smelled like chalk dust and warm plastic chairs. Sunlight stretched across the floor in long golden lines. And Ethan, trying to impress everyone, stood up too fast, tripped on his own shoelace, and knocked over the teacher's desk. Books crashed. Papers flew. A cup of juice spilled everywhere. The whole class went silent. Then someone laughed. Then everyone laughed. Ethan wished the floor would open and swallow him. But it didn't. So he stood there, red-faced, sticky, and wishing, more than anything, that he could go back and fix it. That night, Ethan couldn't sleep. He lay in bed, staring at the ceiling, replaying the moment again and again. If I just didn't stand up. If I tied my shoelaces tighter. If I moved slower. His chest felt tight. I just want one do-over, he whispered. And that was when the idea came. Ethan sat up suddenly, heart racing. What if I could? Ethan loved building things. His room was full of wires, broken toys, old clocks, and half-finished inventions. Most of them didn't work. Some made strange noises. One had caught fire once. His mom was still mad about that. But Ethan didn't stop trying. Because what if, just once, something did work? The next morning, Ethan skipped playing outside. Instead, he dug through boxes in the garage. Old alarm clocks. A broken microwave. A tiny fan. Batteries. Wires. Lots of wires. He didn't really know how time machines worked. But he had seen enough cartoons and read enough books to have ideas. Time is just numbers, he muttered. Clocks measure time. So if I control the clock. It didn't make much sense. But Ethan didn't need perfect sense. He just needed hope. For 3 days Ethan worked. He taped wires together. He glued gears into place. He stacked devices into a strange, wobbling tower on his desk. It looked ridiculous. Like a robot made from junk. At the top, he taped an old digital clock. Below it, a red button. Ethan stared at it. This is probably a terrible idea, he said. Then he took a deep breath. And I'm doing it anyway. He pressed the button. The room flickered. The air hummed, like a quiet buzzing inside his ears. The clock blinked. 10:17 a.m. Ethan blinked too. He was standing in the classroom again. The same sunlight. The same smell. The same moment. His heart leapt. It worked, he whispered. No one heard him. Everything was moving again. This was it. His chance. Ethan stayed seated. He didn't stand up. He didn't move at all. The teacher turned around. Nothing fell. No one laughed. Everything was normal. Ethan smiled. I fixed it. That night something felt strange. Ethan sat at the dinner table, poking at his food. Did you have a good day? His mom asked. Yeah, he said. But his voice sounded quieter. Like it came from far away. He went to his room and looked in the mirror. For a second, just a second, his reflection flickered. Like a weak signal on a screen. Ethan froze. Hello? The reflection didn't answer. But something felt wrong. The next day at school, Ethan noticed something else. Hey! Ethan called. Leo didn't turn. Ethan ran after him. Leo! Leo stopped, confused. Oh, hi. Sorry, didn't see you. Didn't see him? Ethan was standing right there. He forced a laugh. Yeah, sure. But his stomach twisted. That night, Ethan rushed to his room. He stared at the machine. Okay, something's off, he said. Maybe he had changed too much. Maybe he needed to fix it better. Just one more adjustment. He pressed the button again. The world flickered. 10:17 a.m. Again. This time, Ethan tried something different. He still stayed seated, but he smiled, acted confident, waved at people. No mistake. But better. Perfect. The day went smoothly. Too smoothly. That night, the flickering was worse. Ethan looked at his hands. For a moment they were see-through. He gasped. No, no, no! He ran to the mirror. Half his reflection was missing. Like someone had erased him, piece by piece. At school, things got worse. The teacher didn't call on him anymore. His name wasn't on the attendance list. Leo didn't just ignore him. He didn't remember him. Who are you? Leo asked. Ethan's chest tightened. It's me. Ethan. Leo shook his head slowly. I don't know you. Ethan ran home. His heart pounded so hard it hurt. He grabbed the time machine. What is happening? He pressed the button again. 10:17 a.m. Again. This time, Ethan watched carefully. In the original moment, when he tripped, everyone noticed him. They laughed. They talked about it. They remembered it. It was embarrassing. But it made him visible. Important in a strange way. When he removed the mistake, people paid less attention to him. Each time he fixed things, he became quieter in the world. Less real. Ethan's hands trembled. So, the mistake. His voice shook. Is part of me? He pressed the button one last time. 10:17 a.m. Everything felt heavier now. Like the world was warning him. This time, Ethan stood up. Just like before. His shoelace caught. He stumbled. Crash. Books fell. Juice spilled. Laughter filled the room. The same awful moment. Ethan's face burned. But this time, he didn't freeze. He laughed too. Okay, he said, raising his hands. That was my fault. The class kept laughing, but it felt different now. Lighter. Kinder. Leo grinned. Nice one, Ethan. Even the teacher smiled a little. Let's clean this up, she said. That night, Ethan stood in front of the mirror. He held his breath. No flicker. No missing pieces. He was fully there. Solid. Real. Ethan smiled. He looked at the time machine on his desk. The wires. The clock. The red button. It had worked. But not the way he expected. Some mistakes, he said softly, are not meant to be erased. He unplugged the machine. Then, after a moment of thought, he took it apart. The next day at school, Ethan walked in with a strange feeling. Not fear. Not embarrassment. Something else. Courage. Leo waved at him. Hey, Death Destroyer! Ethan laughed. Don't remind me. But he didn't feel bad. Not anymore. Because that moment, that mistake, was part of his story. And without it, he might not have been there at all. Sometimes, Ethan still thought about the machine. About how close he came to disappearing. About how easy it was to want a perfect life. But now he knew something important. Perfection wasn't what made a person real. Mistakes did. They made people laugh. They made people remember. They made people human. One evening, as the sun set and painted his room in warm orange light, Ethan picked up a notebook. On the first page he wrote, Things I won't try to fix. Tripping in class. Saying something silly. Being myself. He paused. Then added one more. The past. Ethan smiled. Closed the notebook. And for the first time in days, he felt completely, wonderfully real.